For days, Isla traveled across forests, hills and rivers, following the ancient map and guided by the small fox-like creature.
Each night she felt the presence of shadowy figures lurking at the edges of her camp.
She knew the dark forces were closing in and time was running out. At last, after an exhausting climb through mist-covered mountains, she reached the entrance to the Sanctuary of the Hidden, a set of colossal stone doors carved into a cliffside, adorned with spirals and symbols that glowed faintly in the dim light.
The twin keys I carry are humming against my chest, as if they too recognize this place.
Isla stepped forward, heart pounding. With both keys in hand, she inserted them into the matching locks. There was a deep rumble, and the doors slowly groaned open, revealing a vast hall bathed in soft golden light. Isla entered cautiously, her companions scurrying at her side. The hall was filled with ancient statues and glowing murals depicting battles between light and darkness, heroes and traitors, guardians and deceivers.
In the center of the hall stands a towering pedestal, and upon it rests a mirror, its surface smooth as glass but swirling with light, as if it reflects not images but memories.
As Isla approached the pedestal, a soft voice filled the room.
Welcome, Isla. You are the last guardian.
A figure materialized from the air, the same elderly woman she had met in the forest, though now her form shimmered with ethereal light.
The time has come for you to make a choice. This mirror holds the truth of your destiny. It will show you what you need to see, but the decision will always be yours.
Isla hesitated, then slowly stepped toward the mirror. As she peered into its swirling surface, images began to take shape. The mirror revealed two paths. In the first vision, Isla saw herself standing triumphantly at the center of a bright, peaceful world. The crystal's power radiated from her hands, and people looked to her as a savior. The darkness had been defeated, and she wielded the crystal freely, her every desire fulfilled.
But the vision shifted, showing the cost. Those closest to me grew distant. My own reflection in the mirror became hollow, my eyes consumed by the power I could not control. The peace I fought for was an illusion, a fragile dream held together by my will alone.
In the second vision, Isla saw herself placing the crystal deep within the sanctuary, locking it away forever. The world beyond remained dangerous and imperfect, but hope endured in small acts, kindness, courage, and the resolve of many. She lived quietly, guiding others in secret, her power hidden, but her heart intact.
You must decide, Isla. Will you use the crystal or hide it? The choice is yours, and neither path will be easy.
Isla's hand trembled over the key hanging from her neck. Power was within her grasp. She could change everything. But the price, was it worth losing herself? As Isla turned to leave the hall, a shadow materialized behind her, the same dark figure she had seen at the house. His hollow eyes gleamed with anger.
You fool, you could have had everything, and now I'll take it myself.
He lunged toward the crystal, but before he could touch it, Isla's fox-like companion leaped in front of him. The creature glowed bright, releasing a burst of light that enveloped the entire hall. The man screamed, dissolving into shadows that scattered like smoke on the wind. The light faded, and the fox trotted back to Isla, nuzzling her hand. It shimmered briefly, and in that moment Isla understood. This creature was a guardian spirit, bound to her by the ancient magic she now carried forward. With both the dark figure and the temptation behind her, Isla locked the crystal away inside the sanctuary's heart, sealing it with the keys. The glowing door rumbled shut, never to be opened again except by a guardian worthy of the task. She tucked the two keys back into her pocket, feeling both lighter and stronger. The journey ahead would be long, filled with challenges she couldn't yet see. But she was no longer afraid. The fox trotted beside her as she descended the mountain. The world stretched out below her, wild and free. The dark forces might rise again, but Isla knew now that her strength didn't come from power. It came from the choices she made, the people she protected, and the courage she carried within her. The key was no longer a burden, it was a promise. And as Isla stepped forward into the unknown, she smiled, because for the first time, she wasn't just following a path. She was creating her own. The end